Right, Bob. The second half starts with Corporal Smith and Johnson as the three silly twerps.
All right, sir.
The big joke being there's only two of them.
I love that. That always cracks me up, sir.
Followed by Baldrick's impersonation of Charlie Chaplin. Yes. Bob, take a telegram.
Yes, sir.
Mr. C. Chaplin, Senate Studios, Hollywood, California. Congrats, stop. Have discovered only person in world less funny than you. Stop. Name Baldrick, stop. Yours, E. Blackadder, stop. Oh, and put a P.S. Please, 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 stop. And then after that, we have, ladies and gentlemen, the highlight of our show.
Ta-da!
I feel fantastic.
Gorgeous Georgina, the traditional soldier's drag act.
You look absolutely lovely, sir.
Ulrich, you are either lying, blind, or mad. The lieutenant looks like all soldiers look on these occasions, about as feminine as W.G. Grace. What are you going to give him, George?
Well, I thought one or two cheeky gags, followed by she was only the ironmonger's daughter, but she knew a surprising amount about fish as well.
Inspired. Well, at least you made an effort with the dress. What about your costume, Baldrick?
I'm in it, sir.
I see. So your Charlie Chaplin costume consists of that hat.
Yes, sir. Except that in this box, I have a dead slug as a brilliant false moustache.
Yes, only quite brilliant, I fear. How, for instance, are you to attach it to your face?
Well, I was hoping to persuade the slug to cling on, sir.
Baldrick, the slug is dead. If it failed to cling on to life, I see no reason why it should wish to cling on to your upper lip.
Baldrick, come on. Slugs are always a problem. What you've got to do is screw your face up like this, you see? And then you can clamp it between your top lip and your nose.
What? Like this, sir?
That's it, that's splendid. Right. Sir, there's a visitor to see you.
Good Lord, Mr. Chaplin. This is indeed an honour. Why, it calls for some sort of celebration. Baldrick!
Sir, that is extraordinary because you see, this isn't Chaplin at all. This is Baldrick.
Yes! It's me, sir!
I know. I was, in fact, being sarcastic.
Oh, I see.
Everything goes above your head, doesn't it, George? You should go to Jamaica and become a limbo dancer.
They love him, sir. We're a hit.
Yes, in one short evening, I've become the most successful impresario since the manager of the Roman Colosseum thought of putting the Christians and the lions on the same bill.
Sir, some people seem to think that I was best. Would you agree?
Ulrich, in the Amazonian rainforests, there are tribes of Indians as yet untouched by civilization who've developed more convincing Charlie Chaplin impressions than yours.
Oh, thank you very much, sir.
He's coming off.
Oh. What do you think, Bob? One more? God, I love the theatre. It's in my blood and in my soul. Baldrick, put those in some water, will you?
Yes, sir.
Oh. I need that applause in the same way that an ostler needs his ossel.
Well done, sir.
How do I look, darling?
Girl-bait, sir. Pure bloody girl-bait.
Moustache? Bushy enough?
Like a privet hedge, sir.
Good, because I want to catch a particularly beautiful creature in this bush tonight.
I'm sure you'll be combing women out of your moustache for weeks, sir.
God, it's a spankingly beautiful world, and tonight's my night. I know exactly what I'll say to her. Darling.
Yes, sir? I don't know, sir.
Well, don't butt in. Sorry, sir. I want to make you happy, darling.
Well, that's very kind of you, sir.
Will you kindly stop interrupting? If you don't listen, how can you tell me what you think? I want to make you happy, darling. I want to build a nest for your 10 tiny toes. I want to cover every inch of your gorgeous body in pepper and then sneeze all over you.
Really, sir? I must protest.
What is the matter with you, darling?
Well, it's just all so sudden, sir. I mean, the nest bit's fine, but the pepper business is definitely out.
How dare you tell me how I may or may not treat my beloved Georgina?
Georgina?
Yes, I'm working out what I want to say to her this evening.
Oh, yes, of course. Thank God.
All right?
Yes, sir, listening, sir.
Honestly, darling, you really are the most graceless, dim-witted bumpkin I ever met.
I don't think you should say that to us.
Where the hell's that George? It's 3 o'clock in the morning. He should be careful wandering around the trench at night with nothing to protect his honour but a cricket box.
Hello, Captain.
About time. Where the hell have you been?
Oh, I don't know. It's all been like a dream, my very first ball. The music, the dancing, the champagne. My mind is a mad whirl of half-whispered conversations with the promise of indiscretion ever hanging in the air.
Oh, did that old stoat Melcher try for a snog behind the fruit cart?
Certainly not. General behaved like a perfect gentleman. We tired the moon with our talking about everything and nothing. The war, marriage, proposed changes to the LBW rule.
Melcher isn't married, is he?
No, all his life he's been waiting to meet the perfect woman. And then at last, tonight, he did.
Some poor unfortunate had old Walrus Face dribbling in her ear all evening, did she?
Well, yes, as a matter of fact, I did have to drape a napkin over my shoulder, yes.
George, are you trying to tell me that you are the General's perfect woman?
Well, yes, I rather think I am.
Well, thank God the horny old blighter didn't ask you to marry him. You did? Well, how did you get out of that one?
Well, to be honest, sir, I'm not absolutely certain that I did.
What?
Well, you can't understand what it was like, sir. You know, the candles, the music, the huge moustache. I don't know what came over me.
You said yes?
Oh, after all, sir, he is a general. I didn't really feel I could refuse. He might have had me court-martialed.
Whereas, on the other hand, of course, he's going to give you the Victoria Cross when he lifts up your frock on the wedding night and finds himself looking at the last turkey in the shop.
Yes, I know it's a mess, sir, but you see, he got me squiffy, and then when he looked into my eyes and said, "Chipmunk, I love you."
Chipmunk!
Yes, but it's his special name for me, you see. He says my nose looks just like a chipmunk's.
Oh, God! We're in serious trouble here. If the General ever finds out that gorgeous Georgina is in fact a strapping 6-footer from the rough end of the trench, it could precipitate the fastest execution since someone said, "This Guy Fawkes bloke, do we let him off or what?"
Well, Captain Blackadder. This is an unexpected pleasure.
What?
Nice to have you back with us. A spycatcher, eh? Ha! That silly kid George was right. You are a bally hero.
Wait a minute. I thought you liked George.
That's just my bedside manner. What I call my fluffy bunny act.
So, you're not a drip after all.
Oh, no. So, Mr. Spycatcher, how's it going?
Well, not much luck so far. I think he might be as difficult to find as a piece of hay in a massive stack full of needles.
So you're going to be around for quite a while, then?
Looks like it.
Good. Because, it can get pretty lonely around here, you know. God, it's nice to have someone healthy to talk to. Cigarette?
No, thank you. I only smoke cigarettes after making love. So back in England, I'm a 20-a-day man.
A man should smoke. It acts as an expectorant and gives his voice a deep, gravelly, masculine tone.
God, I love nurses. They're so disgustingly clinical.
Tell me, Captain Blackadder.
Edmund.
Edmund. When this war is over, do you think we might get to know each other a little better?
Yes, why not? When this madness is finished, perhaps we could go cycling together. Take a trip down to the old Swan at Henley and go for a walk in the woods.
Yes. Or we could just do it right now on the desk.
Yeah, okay.
Ah, Baldrick, have you seen Nurse Mary? I need someone to post this letter.
She's in her office with the captain, sir.
Ah, poor girl. Tied to her desk day and night. Ah, I hear you've been seeing a lot of Nurse Mary.
Yes, almost all of her, in fact.
How is she, sir?
Unbelievable.
What I really want to know is, are you any closer to finding the spy?
Yes, I think I'm getting there, George. Everything all right, Smith?
Oh, yeah, excellent, excellent. Oh, yeah.
Very good.
Smithy, you haven't seen any suspicious-looking characters hanging around, have you, who might be German spies?
9.
9? Well, Cap's got his work cut out, then.
Ha! Eat knuckle, Fritz! Ugh. How disgusting! A Bosch on the sole of my boot! I shall have to find a patch of grass to wipe it on. Probably get shunned in the officer's mess. Sorry about the pong, you fellows. Trod in a Bosch and can't get rid of the whiff.
Do you think we could dispense with the hilarious doggy-doo metaphor for a moment? I'm not a Bosch. This is a British trench.
Is it? Oh, that's a piece of luck. Thought I'd landed sausage side. Ha! Mind if I use your phone? If word gets out that I'm missing, 500 girls will kill themselves. I wouldn't want them on my conscience. Not that they ought to be on my face. Hi, Flash out here. Yeah. Cancel the state funeral, tell the king to stop blubbing. Flash is not dead. I simply ran out of juice. Yeah, and before all the girls start saying, oh, what's the point living anymore, I'm talking about petrol. Woof, woof! Yeah, I dumped the kite on the proles, so send a car. General Melchit's driver should do. She hangs around with a big knob, so she'll be used to a fellow like me. Woof, woof!
Look, do you think you can make your obscene phone calls somewhere else?
No, not in half an hour, you rubber desk Johnny. Send the bitch with the wheels right now, or I'll fly back to England and give your wife something to hang her towels on. Okay, dig out your best booze and let's talk about me till the car comes. Yeah, must be pretty impressed having Squadron Commander the Lord Flashheart drop in on your squalid bit of line.
Actually, no. I was more impressed by the contents of my handkerchief the last time I blew my nose.
Yeah, like how? You probably got little pictures of me on the walls of your dugout, haven't you? I bet you go all girly and giggly every time you look.
I'm afraid not. Unfortunately, most of the infantry think you're a prat. Ask them who they'd prefer to meet, Squadron Commander Flashheart and the man who cleans out the public toilets in Aberdeen. They'd go for wee jock Poopong McPlop.
Loop the loop. I honestly thought that... My God!
Yes, I suppose I am.
Lord Flashheart, this is the greatest honour of my life. I hope I snuff it right now to preserve this moment forever.
It could be arranged.
Lord Flashheart, I want to learn to write so I can send a letter home about this golden moment.
So all the fellas hate me, eh? Not a bit of it. I'm your bloody hero, eh, old scat? Jesus.
Now, Lord, I've got every cigarette card they ever printed of you. My whole family took up smoking just so that we could get the whole set. My grandmother smoked herself to death so we could afford the album.
Of course she did. Of course she did, the poor love-crazed old octogenarian. Well, all right, you fellas. Let's sit us down and yarn about how amazingly attractive I am.
Yes, would you excuse me for a moment? I've got some urgent business. There's a bucket outside I've got to be sickened to.
All right, you chaps, let's get comfy. You look like a decent British bloke. I'll park the old booties on you, if that's okay.
It would be an honour, my lord.
Of course it would. Oh, have you any idea what it's like to have the wind rushing through your hair?
No, sir.
He has. Lucky devil.
Don't worry, old man. I have a last and I think you'll find decisive witness. Call Private Baldrick. Call Private Baldrick.
Deny everything, Baldrick.
Are you Private Baldrick?
No.
But you are Captain Blackadder's Batman.
No.
Come on, Baldrick, be a bit more helpful. It's me.
No, it isn't.
Sir, I must protest.
Quite right. We don't need your kind here, Private. Get out. Now, George, sum up, please.
Right, yes. Right. Gentlemen, You have heard all the evidence presented before you today, but in the end, it is up to the conscience of your hearts to decide. And I firmly believe that, like me, you will conclude that Captain Blackadder is, in fact, totally and utterly guilty. Of nothing more than trying to do his duty under difficult circumstances.
Nonsense. He's a hound and a rotter and he's going to be shot. However, before we proceed to the formality of sentencing the deceased, I mean the defendant, I think we'd all rather enjoy hearing the case for the prosecution. Captain Darling, if you please.
Sir, my case is very simple. I call my first witness General Sir Anthony Cecil Hogmanay Merchant.
Clever, clever.
General, did you own a lovely, plump, speckly pigeon called Speckled Jim, which you hand-reared from a chick and which was your only childhood friend?
Yes. Yes, I did.
And did Captain Blackadder shoot the aforementioned pigeon?
Yes, he did.
Can you see Captain Blackadder anywhere in this courtroom?
That's him! That's him! That's the man! Ah!
No more questions, sir.
Splendid, excellent, first class. Out the way, come on. I therefore have absolutely no hesitation in announcing that the sentence of this court is that you, Captain Edmund Blackadder, be taken from this place and suffer death by shooting tomorrow at dawn. Do you have anything to say?
Yes. Could I have an alarm call, please?
Do you mind if I disturb you for a moment, sir?
No, not at all. My diary's pretty empty this week. Let's see. Thursday morning, get shot. Yes, that's about it, actually.
Oh, good. It's just there's a few chaps out here would like a bit of a chin wag.
Oh, lovely. Always keen to meet new people.
Corporal Jones and Privates Fraser, Robinson and Tipplewick.
Hello, Private. Hello. 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 Well, nice of you to drop by. And what do you do?
We're your firing squad, sir.
Of course you are.
Good-sized chest. Shut up, lad. Sir! You see, us firing squads are a bit like taxmen, sir. Everyone hates us, but we're just doing our job, ain't we, lads?
My heart bleeds for you.
Well, sir, we aim to please. Just a little firing squad joke there, sir.
You see, sir, we take pride in the terminatory service we supply. So is there any particular area you'd like us to go for? Huh? We can aim anywhere.
Well, in that case, just above my head might be a good spot.
You see a laugh and a smile, and all of a sudden the job doesn't seem quite so bad after all, does it, sir? It's a lovely roomy forehead.
Yeah, good pulsing jugular there as well.
Look, I'm sorry. I know you mean to be friendly, but I hope you won't take it amiss if I ask you to sod off and die.
No, fair enough. Of course not, sir. No one likes being shot first thing in the morning, do they, lads? Of course not. No. So, look forward to seeing you tomorrow, sir. You'll have a blindfold on, of course, but you'll recognise me. I'm the one that says, ready, aim, fire.
Could I ask you to leave a pause between the word aim and the word fire? 30 or 40 years, perhaps.
I wish I could pause, sir. I really wish I could, but I can't, you see, because I'm a gabbler, me, you see. There's no style, no finesse. But, you know, it gets the job done, don't it, lads? That's it, go on then, lads.
Whoever gets closest to the mole gets to keep his gold teeth.
Good night, sir.
Yeah, sleep well, sir.
Right, Baldrick. This is an old trick I picked up in the Sudan. We tell HQ that I've gone insane, and I will be invalided back to Blighty before you can say a wibble. A poor, gormless idiot.
Well, I'm a poor, gormless idiot, sir, and I've never been invalided back to Blighty.
Yes, Baldrick, but you never said a wibble. Now, ask me some simple questions.
Right. What is your name?
Wibble.
What is 2 plus 2?
Oh, wibble.
Where do you live?
London? Eh? A small village on Mars, just outside the capital city. Wibble.
All the men present and correct, sir. Ready for the off, eh?
I'm afraid not, Lieutenant. I'm just off to Hartlepool to buy some exploding trousers.
Come again, sir. you gone barking mad?
Yes, George, I have. Cluck, cluck, gibber, gibber, my old man's a mushroom, etc. Go send a runner to tell General Melchett that your captain has gone insane and must return to England at once.
But, sir, how utterly ghastly for you. I mean, well, you'll miss the whole rest of the war.
Yes, very bad luck. Beep.
Right. Beep. Now, Baldric, I'll be back as soon as I can.
Papa.
Whatever you do, don't excite him.
Fat chance. Now, all we have to do is wait. Baldric, fix us some coffee, will you? And try to make it taste slightly less like mud this time.
Not easy, I'm afraid, Captain.
Why is this?
'Cause it is mud. We ran out of coffee 13 months ago.
So every time I've drunk your coffee since, I have in fact been drinking hot mud.
With sugar.
Which, of course, makes all the difference.
Well, it would do if we had any sugar, but unfortunately we ran out New Year's Eve 1915. Since when, I've been using sugar substitute.
Which is?
Dandruff.
Brilliant.
Still, I could add some milk this time. Well, saliva.
No, thank you, Baldric. Call me Mr. Picky, but I think I'll cancel it, okay?
That's probably because you're mad, sir.
Well, quite.
Well, I didn't go down at all well, I'm afraid, sir. Captain Darling said they'd be along directly, but, well, you better be pretty damn doolally.
Don't worry, George, I am. Okay. When they get here, I'll show them what totally and utterly bonkeroony means. Wow. Till then, we've got bugger all to do except sit and wait.
Well, I don't know, sir. We could have a jolly game of charades.
Oh, yes.
And sing-along of musical hits like Birmingham Bertie and Whoops, Mrs. Miggins, you're setting on my artichokes.
Yes, I think bugger all might be rather more fun.
Permission to ask a question, sir?
Permission granted, Baldric, as long as it isn't the one about where babies come from.
No. The thing is, the way I see it, these days there's a war on, right? And ages ago there wasn't a war on, right? So there must have been a moment when there not being a war on went away, right? And there being a war on came along. So what I want to know is, how did we get from the one case of affairs to the other case of affairs?
Do you mean, how did the war start?
Yeah.
The war started because of the vile Hun and his villainous empire building.
George, the British Empire at present covers a quarter of the globe, while the German Empire consists of a small sausage factory in Tanganyika. I hardly think that we can be entirely absolved from blame on the imperialistic front.
Oh, no. No, sir. Absolutely not. Mad as a bicycle. Sir.
Captain Darling.
Captain Blackadder?
Here to join us for the last waltz?
Yes. Tired of folding the General's pyjamas.
Well, this is splendid comradely news. Together we'll fight for king and country and be sucking sausages in Berlin by tea time.
Yes, I hope their cafes are well stocked. Everyone seems determined to eat out the moment they arrive.
Really, this is brave, splendid, and noble. Sir?
Yes, Lieutenant?
I'm scared, sir.
I'm scared too, sir.
I mean, I'm the last of the tiddly-winking leapfroggers from the golden summer of 1914. I don't want to die. Really, not over keen on dying at all, sir.
How are you feeling, darling?
Not all that good, Blackadder. Rather hoped I'd get through the whole show. Go back to work at Pratt & Sons. Keep wicket for the Croydon gentleman. Married Doris. Made a note in my diary on the way here. Simply says, bugger.
Well, quite. Come on, let's move.
Fix bayonets!
Don't forget your stick, Lieutenant.
Rather, sir. Wouldn't want to face a machine gun without this.
Listen, our guns have stopped.
You don't think...
Maybe the war's over. Maybe it's peace.
Oh, hurrah! The big big knobs have got round the table and yanked the iron out of the fire.
Thank God. We lived through it. The Great War, 1914 to 1917.
Hip, hip, hooray!
I'm afraid not. The guns have stopped because we're about to attack. Not even our generals are mad enough to shell their own men. They think it's far more sporting to let the Germans do it.
So we are, in fact, going over. This is, as they say, it.
I'm afraid so. Unless I can think of something very quickly.
Company, 1 pace forward.
Oh, there's a nasty splinter on that ladder, sir. A bloke could hurt himself on that.
Stand ready.
I have a plan, sir.
Really, Baldric? A cunning and subtle one?
Yes, sir.
As cunning as a fox who's just been appointed Professor of Cunning at Oxford University?
Yes, sir.
On the signal, company will advance.
Well, I'm afraid it'll have to wait. Whatever it was, I'm sure it was better than my plan to get out of this by pretending to be mad. I mean, who would have noticed another madman around here? Good luck, everyone.